Evening, everybody. Hope you're well. Hope you can hear me okay. Just looking at my OBS settings, and it seems I do have a rather high bit rate this evening. Let's just bring that down a touch. Yeah, I was streaming to YouTube there at 60 megabits per second, which at 1440p is just a little bit on the strong side. Oh, anyway, I hope you're all doing well. It's nice to be back with you all. It really is. Bit of a special one planned tonight, actually. Bit of a special one planned. We are running a giveaway tonight. So really excited for that. First giveaway we've ever done on the channel. And I won't lie, I'm a little bit nervous. I really don't want to mess it up. I want everything to work when we do the giveaway. So hopefully it all goes smoothly. I've never used the software before. I've had to play around with it obviously today to try and figure it out. We do have a license of FSiPanel to give away. So the story is, the last time we did a stream on the channel with FSiPanel, we just turned this plane down just a touch. The developer reached out the following day being like, hey, thanks for showing off FSiPanel. How would you feel about doing a giveaway for your audience? So we've got an advanced version of FSiPanel, the Microsoft Flight Simulator, to give away. So massive shout out to JP, the developer of FSiPanel. That's a really generous thing of him to do. I thought, you know, didn't need to do it. Just reached out and said, hey, what do you think? And I was like, yeah, great idea. You know, the gang will absolutely love that. So hopefully it'll be a really cool stream and one of you will get lucky. Who have we got in the stream so far? Scandinavian Aviation, hello. And we've got PTFS. Nice to see you both. Nice to see you both. Now I need to try and figure out how we go about doing this giveaway, because I need to do a little bit of config. So those of you that are in the chat already, I wonder how you'd feel about being some guinea pigs for just a moment to try and help me out. Are you up for that? How you doing, Will? Nice to see you. Right, I am going to put the question into the chat. So how it's going to work, I'm going to put a simple question. Gracia, good evening. It's going to be a very simple question. If you get it wrong, I don't know what to tell you, to be honest. Hint. Look around. That's your hint. Alright, I'm going to put some stuff in the chat. Just give me 2 seconds, right? And then hopefully if you start answering the question, that will make you eligible for the giveaway. And then hopefully everything will be fine. 2 secs. Alright, hopefully you can see a message. I've pinned it as well. So, if you all could be kind enough to start answering, hopefully basically I've got a list of users that have partaken in the chat, and it will then tell me who's got the answer right. So I'm just going to go and quickly check that. Alright, good job. Good job, good job, good job. Looks like you all know your airports. So the plan is, this is the plan. First of all, we're going to say thank you again to JP, the developer of FSiPanel. Super generous of him to even offer this. He's offering the advanced version of FSiPanel, which is a really nice giveaway for us to have. I should say I haven't paid for this giveaway. I haven't paid up or anything like that. This is all him. So yeah, really cool of JP to offer that. Really generous. And thanking him for the opportunity, really, because this is the first giveaway I've done on the channel. Hopefully we don't make a giant mess of it. But so far, it's looking alright on my little control panel. I can see you all entering, and I can see who's eligible and who isn't, based on who got the answer right or just who hasn't answered. So it's looking good. It's all looking good. I just really don't want to mess this up for JP, because he's been super generous offering us this, and yeah, a little bit stressed, if I'm honest, about the whole thing, but never mind. So what we're going to do, we're going to do some landings, we're going to have some fun, we're going to chill out, we'll have a little chat, do all the usual stream stuff, and then at around 8:30 UK time, so a little bit under an hour, between 8:30 and 9, we'll roll the dice and we'll do the giveaway. Now, of course, we're in the 777 today in our fabulous livery. I say fabulous, I nearly threw the flipping computer out the window when I was trying to make the livery. I really hate making liveries, but it's always worth it when it's done. In a way, I kind of regret going down the angle that I did with the livery, because obviously you've kind of got the tail and it kind of comes down, and then you've got this straight line that goes all the way down the body, and you've got to get it perfect, otherwise it just looks awful instantly. And of course you've got where the tail joins the body, and when the body joins this bit here, it's oh, you've got to get it all to line up, and it's just a mess, and I hate it. It's just but it's done now. Oh, Thomas, 15 euros. Thank you so much. Thank you. Awesome support, Thomas. Thank you so much. Wonderful. So, I think probably the thing to do is to do some landings. So, this is FSiPanel, for those that haven't seen it before. I assume most of you have, but then every stream I do it, there's always someone that's oh, what's this? So I'll try and explain it to you, almost like you're 5, so apologies if you know what it is. But you simply select your airport, and in our case it's already detected we're at Heathrow. And you can select your runway, and it gives you what wind components you're going to be dealing with. So I'm going to go for 27 left. And then you select your fix. You can do downwind, left-hand vectors, left-hand base, obviously the same on the right-hand side. Short final, long final. I prefer long final, just because if there's any kind of bits and bobs you need to do with the approach or anything, just having that long final just gives you another minute or two just to get your ducks in a row. So just click on long final, and then move aircraft. Should jump back into the cockpit, shouldn't I? Jolly, check out the pinned comment at the top. That'll hopefully explain everything. Basically, what's the ICAO code for Heathrow? Hi, Matt Monkey. Nice to see you again, mate. Make sure you enter the giveaway. So far, so good. It's all looking good with the giveaway. It's it's recognising everything that's going on, which is really good. Love to see it. So, what FSiPanel is doing now, you can probably hear click, 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 click. That's basically FSiPanel kind of clicking all of these buttons, setting your aircraft up. Almost like, obviously, if we were to go through a whole flight, by this point in the flight, we would have had the plane set up just because we've been doing stuff all the way through the flight. But of course, if you just want to get in a plane like the 777 or the 737 or the Phoenix A320, those planes, they take a bit more setting up, and they don't necessarily play nice with the sim out of the box because they're kind of study level airliners. It's a really nice way to just get yourself set up for a load of landings, nice and quick, just one after the other, boff, 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 boff. 2 seconds. Go. For some reason it had us on 09 left. I don't know why it did that. So I normally like to start just by pressing the approach button. Dennis, the giveaway is a copy of FSiPanel, so it's the software we're using now. What it does, it basically allows you to quickly set yourself up for landings at various airports, and it gives you a landing report at the end. We'll look at that at the end. Thomas, I can still see your donation, man. Honestly, I really do appreciate the support. Thank you so much. Right, and then obviously at any point, just like you would if you were flying or if I were flying on a stream, just disconnect the old autopilot and give it a go. So what have we got? We've got about a 13 knot wind coming at us from the right-hand side of the aircraft. Now, do I leave auto throttle on? Tempted to. Apparently it is quite a common thing to do. To look like no hands. Look how well the aircraft just holds its position. This app is in bleeping budget category. Yeah, it is. Yeah, this app really kind of saved me when I got the Phoenix. Because I just couldn't land that thing for toffee when I first got it. I was awful. Awful, awful, awful. Like all caps awful in the Phoenix. And I was so shocked because I was like, well, I'm really good in the fly-by-wire. Should be the same thing, right? No, it's not the same thing at all. At all. Alright, let's try and not butcher this. First landing of the night. I'll see if it goes wrong. It's all grey shirt's fault. Just so we're clear on that. See, I'm going high. There we go, let's do a manual thrust. The last little bit, just so we can drop the speed back a bit.
500. 400.
There we go.
300.
That is what I would call a rescue.
200.
Nose down, come on. Oh, 3 reds.
100.
50 over the threshold, please, and thank you.
50.
Yeah.
30. 20. 10.
Oh, that was a bit hard, wasn't it? Oh, yeah, that was way too hard. We shall try again. Dare I check the landing report for that one? Yikes. Oh yeah, of course, grey shirt. Sorry. What was I thinking? Alright, landing report. This isn't going to be good, is it? Oh, I don't know. Just sounded a bit of a clatter there on when the nose gear touched down. 267 feet a minute on the centre line. Landing distance 1,000 feet. Bank at touchdown. Well, there you go. There's proof if ever you needed it. I'm really good at flexing. Right, now let's butcher the next round. Should we do one more at Heathrow? I figured we'd better start at Heathrow given the nature of the giveaway question and all that, but yeah, this is a brilliant app. Release parking brake. Ah. Of course I didn't just land with my parking brake on. Ooh. Triple 7 is relatively easy to land, to your surprise. Yeah, I think what it is, it's just like the sheer size of the wings. I was listening to, what was it? Philbert Flies. He put out that video pretty early on in the 777's release. And he had a 777 pilot kind of instructing him, doing a full flight. So Philbert's flying, 777 instructor, I guess, watching via Discord or something, chatting away, instructing. And I think he said as you come into land, you don't need to flare that much because those wings create so much, what's it, ground lift effect or whatever it's called. You don't need to flare it like you do the smaller stuff quite as much. You just want to just give it a little bit, but not too much. Right, hold the brakes for 3 seconds, which I'm doing. Now we have control. For some reason it keeps putting us on 09 right. I don't know why it's doing that. So just go to departures, arrivals, 27 left, execute, and there we go. And we've got our ILS back. Don't know why it's doing that. Could be a 777 thing, could be an FSiPanel thing. I don't know. And how you doing? Just a quick question. Your AA and scaling look very nice. For me it looks terrible. The eye candy for me is very bad. Any fix? So what I do, I'm running at 4K for one thing. I don't know what resolution you're running at. 4K probably helps in that regard by default to an extent. I'm also using TAA, and then I run NVIDIA DLSS frame generation on top of that. If you're using DLSS super resolution, then yeah, it probably will look a bit rubbish because it kind of makes everything a bit blurry, especially the screens. Like here, you can kind of see the numbers rolling on the altitude and speed tape. DLSS, it really kind of blurs. It becomes this kind of muddy mess that I don't like. However, frame generation is separate to the super resolution within DLSS. They're kind of like two separate technologies. And you can layer frame gen on top of TAA, which I think, while TAA isn't perfect, I think it's damn well good enough. Oh, Music Manager, I'm not sure whether you need to include or whether you need to not include anything else other than EGLL. Not that I'm confirming that's the answer, of course. That would be crazy. Right, autopilot off. Eyes down for full house. Oh, this time of day is lovely, isn't it? Lovely, lovely, lovely.
1,000.
DLAA, okay. Which, that's, yeah, so that isn't actually super resolution, is it? That's just NVIDIA's DLSS fancy pants AA technology. Super resolution, again, is separate to that. I really think NVIDIA have got a bit of a problem on their hands because they keep labeling all these technologies as DLSS. You've got frame generation, you've got the ray tracing, path tracing stuff, then you've got the super resolution, the frame generation, and I think people just in their head, they're like, is DLSS on or off? It's like, well, it's not as simple as that. Oh god, I've really overshot this because I'm too busy talking about NVIDIA.
400. 300.
Yes, I know I've not done my checklist. It's because we're on FSiPanel, not doing a proper flight. Quiet. Below VREF. Should be a go around. 50 over the threshold. Please, please, please.
50. 30. 20. 10.
Oh, that was too slow and too early. Darn it. Yeah, and that's what's confusing. It's in the super resolution menu, but it doesn't actually do super resolution. You need to put like quality or balanced or performance on for super resolution to actually do the super resolution stuff, I believe. I do believe. Do you reckon we can get the 777 in Edinburgh? We can, can't we? Because they do 777 flights out there. Speaking of, new version of Edinburgh. That's coming. I think we're going to start seeing some YouTube stuff like maybe tomorrow or the next day. Not from me though, unfortunately. Yeah, solid I think is probably the word. Alright, so far apparently there's 18 of you that are eligible. Let's do a short final. See if that kind of speeds up the cadence of things a bit. Yeah, see, this is my problem with a short final.
Sync rate.
You haven't got long to sort yourself out if you get into a bit of trouble. Oh man, I've just put my AC on. So good. If you're struggling with joystick sensitivities, look at Phoenix's knowledge base, because when I've got the Thrustmaster Airbus throttle, on which subject, Prime Day today, in the UK, it's on an amazing deal, $38.99. Affiliate links in the description. Honestly, I'm thinking about getting one as a spare, because at that price, blimey. I run TAA with frame gen, use 4060. Do you think it's possible to run 1440p? Yeah, probably. Probably. Not 4K though, I wouldn't have said, but 1440p I think. I mean, what's a 4060? That's kind of roughly 3070, isn't it? And I used to run 1440p. The biggest thing I found with Flight Sim is that I was CPU limited anyway, and I still am. Just so you know, guys, you're more than welcome to type EGLL as much as you like. I'm not going to get sad at, you know, people spamming or whatever, but it doesn't increase your chances of winning, just so you know. Once you're in the books, you're in the books. But you're more than welcome to type it, because frankly, all engagement is good engagement on YouTube as far as I'm concerned. It's like when people leave their comments thinking they're being so clever, trying to be mean, it's like, just keep coming, keep doing it, because YouTube just laps this stuff up. There we go. So on a short final, you see we've got less time to kind of almost become established, I suppose is the way to say it. I feel like I'm kind of getting myself all sorted here, where really we should have been sorted a long time ago. So I recommend the long final, I would say. It gives you about an 8-mile final, which is really nice. Yes, this is looking alright, isn't it?
500.
Oh, until I started wobbling then. Don't start wobbling, don't start wobbling.
400.
Keep that nose down. Not too down.
300.
You don't want to go over that motorway too low. Is that the M25?
200.
Oh, we've gone high again. Always go high. What am I going high? I think it's the auto throttle doing it, you know.
100. 50. 30. 20. 10.
That is a floater. Come on, wheels down. Just in the touchdown zone. Oh my goodness. I've got to be honest, I think I prefer doing it with a manual throttle. Much in the same way with the Phoenix. That auto throttle, I feel like if you start having to correct with the yoke or the joystick, then all of a sudden the throttle kind of can't keep up with you. That's how it feels. Let's do the next one. Let's do the next one with do short final again. Do the next one with manual throttle. See if I can do a better job of it. There's got to be an SOP out there somewhere for an airline where it's manual throttle. Isn't it Lufthansa with the A320s that do manual throttle SOPs? I'm really glad I did the 3D print mod as well, actually, for this, because it puts the climb gate, instead of like being here, it's like all the way up here. And it doesn't look like much, but actually that gives you a hell of a range of movement compared to the kind of minute little tiny amount you've got to move with the default settings. Yeah, guys, we'll pick the winner between 8:30 and 9, I think. Give people a bit more time to enter. So we're landing 27, although the plane thinks it's 09, which is a bit weird. So we will correct that for the plane. Don't know why it thinks that. Right, hold your brakes for 3 seconds. Gladly. Okay, autopilot off. Now we have our own throttles.
1,000.
I know maybe it isn't like SOP for a lot of places, but I don't know. There's something about using your throttles. It's like you spend all this money on a throttle quadrant, and then it's like you just never touch it. It feels a bit backwards somehow. After all, it is a sim, and it's your sim, and you should be able to do what you want in it. Maybe our next stream we'll do a long haul from Gatwick to Edinburgh, just to really annoy everybody. Okay, just a touch more speed, I fancy. Oh, why is it I always do that here? I always go high here over these lakes. Maybe it's the lakes visually that are throwing me off. I don't know why that's happening. I'm getting quite annoyed at myself.
500. 400. 300. 200.
I think it's a visual thing with those lakes. I'm sure it is.
100.
This is looking alright from here. 50, come on.
50.
There it is.
30. 20. 10.
Oh, was that a bounce? Oh, I don't think it was actually. Maybe it was. Ah, the A30, alright. Nice. I'm actually going up to London in a couple of weeks, so that'll be interesting. I haven't been to London in ages. I'm looking forward to it though. It's always a good day out. Well, usually. Is a Thrustmaster officer pack worth it? You mean the joystick with the throttles, Moons? Is that what you're talking about? I would say yes, it is, if that is what you mean. So I've got the... I don't know if you can see, you probably can't. Some people get really triggered by the fact they've got an Airbus throttle and a Boeing yoke, but they don't realise I've actually got the Airbus joystick just over here as well. So I use this for Airbus, and then I use these two for Boeing or whatever else. Right, I think we should go up to Edinburgh, you know. Happy to take requests as well, let the record show. Well, EGPH, isn't it? See if we can get a 777 down on into Edinburgh. Must be able to, because I'm sure there's a 777 service that like goes to Canada or something from Edinburgh. So obviously FSiPanel can just move you anywhere in the world instantly, but of course the scenery might need a second to load in, but that's fine because obviously the plane has to do its part of the deal as well. I've got a funny feeling we can, Grey Shirt. I'm sure there's a 777 service that runs out of Edinburgh. I'm sure there is. I mean, if Tricky can get the 74 in here, I can certainly get the 77 in. It's all in a day's work for Tricky, getting that 74 into tiny airports.
2,500.
Oh, right, sorry. Yeah, got it. What is that airport? Oh, it's not St Martin, is it? Okay, let's just start things off nice and easy. Let's get approach mode on the go. Let's use approach mode like a complete coward. Into Oslo. Yeah, we can do Oslo. Good idea. Think it's worth it. The joystick works well. Yeah, it does. It does, Music Manager. It really does. I was kind of having this debate with myself like a little while ago, where it's like, is it worth spending, I don't know, 200-300 quid on like one of those heavy feeling joysticks? And it's like, oh, I don't know, because I feel like I'm fine with what I've got. Like, is it better or is it different? That's what I was struggling to distinguish, really. Do you have any crashes with FSiPanel? I haven't experienced any. Well, nothing that I would attribute to FSiPanel. Obviously, you know, the sim is the sim, isn't it? Like you say. But no, I haven't had any trouble with it myself. Again, we just need to say a big thank you to JP from FSiPanel for offering up this copy to give away. Really, really kind of him. You know, when he emailed me following one of my streams where I demoed it, I just thought, yeah, that's a brilliant idea. Like, how cool is that? Try the mod from Santi on YouTube. Okay. Right. I'm going to have to concentrate now and ignore you for a moment, chat, because I can't do two things at once, no matter how much I try. Alright, we're looking pretty good, aren't we? So far, so good. Feeling the plane getting chucked around there. Maybe that's as we're getting closer to the ground. Got to keep that rate of descent, fella. But that's where I went wrong the last couple of times coming into Heathrow.
500.
Done it again, but
400.
oh, I love this Edinburgh scenery. And I love landing at Edinburgh as well. Oh, a bit of a wind, look.
300. 200.
Okay, 3 reds is pretty good on Flight Sim after all, isn't it? Just maintaining that crab.
100. 50. 30. 20. 10.
That was not perfect. I feel like I didn't quite get that right. Felt like the wind got weaker towards the end there. I didn't quite account for that. Well, there's only one thing for it. Got to give it another go. What's a landing report? Probably not going to be great, is it? Oh, I don't know. On the centre line, good. Oh yeah, it felt hard. Actually, I did feel a bit on the hard side. Let's give it another go. Well, it's good to see that you're all getting the right answer, I think. Not that I'm giving anything away. Let's see how many of you are currently eligible. Oh, 33 of you. You've got a 1 in 33 chance at the moment. At the moment. I feel like I'm struggling a bit tonight. But then I haven't flown in a while. Not properly. Not been doing as much flying as I would like. That's fair to say. Fairly certain I had COVID. And it hit just as the PMDG 777 came out, and I had so many plans, I just wrecked. Absolutely wrecked. I feel like I only really
500.
properly came out of it maybe sort of the back end of last week. Maybe it wasn't COVID, maybe it was, I don't know. We'll never know. I didn't test because there are no tests anymore, or we don't have any. Yeah, this felt awful. Now, is my Tobii eye tracker? Hey, it is. Beautiful. Right, where do we say we're going after this? We're going to go to Oslo. I'm going to write a list, actually. Going to go to Oslo. What is that? ENGM. Someone's saying about Stockholm, did I just see? Yeah. Can someone get me the ICAO code for Stockholm? So it's not one I know off the top of my head. See, look at that. The plane's just doing such a great job of me doing absolutely nothing. Adds an idle reverse detent, that'd be cool. Cool. I'll look into that. What's it? Is it like a 3D printed thing? ESSA. Yeah, that rings a bell now you say it. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
1,000.
Leon, what you need to do is answer the question that's in the pinned comment. If you kind of scroll up through the chat. Might give you an idea. Alright, my plane, my controls, my throttle, my everything. Well, I cannot recommend an air conditioner highly enough. It's just keeping me so cool in here, it's just awesome.
500. 400. 300.
Now the PMDG will shout at you like it's just done, saying you haven't done your checklist, but it's like I don't think it knows that we're just chilling on FSiPanel. We're not actually like. Come on.
100.
Come on.
50. 30. 20. 10.
That was nice and smooth. I don't think we were quite on the centre line though, were we? Don't think we were. Let's do auto brake 3. Let's slow us down nice and quick. What I thought was interesting actually was the 777 pilot that was on that Filbert Flies video was saying about the reverse thrust and the auto brakes. Basically saying that auto brakes, like, you know, 1, 2 and 3 and 4, you're not actually, even if you have the reversers on with the brakes, you're not actually kind of saying brakes and then reversers on top. It's like the combined stopping power is kind of taken into account. So it's like you're just asking the plane to stop at a higher rate of G's the higher up you go. So even if you apply the reverse thrust, it will probably apply a lesser braking force, which I thought was super interesting. Yeah, nice one, Chelsea. I'll check that out. Right, let's go over to Oslo as per the suggestion. Was it EN? GM. I think that's the right one, is it not? And let's go for 01 left. Happy days. So just to confirm, if you've entered the giveaway, there is
2,500.
an email address in the description which, if you're the winner, if you email me within 48 hours, I will sort you out with the prize. Obviously, if you don't do that, then prize remains able to be given away at a later stage. We'll kind of just redo the giveaway at a later date. Nairobi. There's some new scenery, isn't there, for Nairobi? I think I'm right in saying. It's put us on the wrong runway again. Why has it done that? Never mind. Easily sorted. Easily sorted. Yeah, we can do Melbourne. That's for sure. I think I've got the all-back scenery of Melbourne installed, so that'd be even better. How do we know who's won? So in about half an hour, well, within half an hour's time, between 8:30 and 9 o'clock, I will press a button and hopefully the software will tell us who's won. It'll just randomly select somebody. This is a really beautiful place in the world, isn't it? Look at that. Obviously, if you're not lucky enough to win today, I still strongly suggest you check out the software. I think it was a really nice thing of JP, the developer, to do, to offer to give us a copy to give away. So even if you don't win, I would still highly recommend picking up the software. Highly, highly recommend it. It literally just... I'm not sure I'd have probably given up on the Phoenix had it not been for FSiPanel, because I think I did a flight from Nice back to Heathrow. I did it on stream and I was like, 2 hours in cruise, everything was going fine, it's easy enough to take off, and then it came to the landing and I was like, oh my goodness, like what on earth just happened? And then I did another stream thinking, I was probably having a bad day. Just absolutely ruined it again and again and again, and it's like by stream number 5, it's like I'm looking like an absolute joke here in front of everybody. Like, I can't keep doing this. At which point FSiPanel kind of got recommended, I think, in fact, by Gracia, who was in the chat earlier. And then all of a sudden I was like, oh, I get it now. I get it now. Because you can just set yourself up nice and quickly. If it all goes wrong, it doesn't matter.
400.
Terrain.
300.
I think the plane's picking up all those trees down there. Which I'm not entirely sure would be there in real life. Pappy seem to think we're doing alright though.
200. 100. 50. 30. 20. 10.
A little bit of left rudder there just to straighten us out. And we're down. 7 out of 10 I'd give myself for that. Felt like a very compressed touchdown zone, that one. Maybe because it's a default airport, I don't know. Could be just me making excuses. Which of course we never do on this channel. Simon's a regular, he'll tell you that. This is the no excuse zone. Good evening, by the way, Simon, hope you're well. Right, let's get a list, because people are making requests. Thomas should get priority, I think, because Thomas gave a whopping €15 donation. Which we're very grateful for, Thomas. Thank you very much indeed. LSGG, where is that? Can anyone guess where that is before I... LSGG. Geneva. Beautiful. Right, select the runway. So, this is what's useful to look at over here is the wind component, because generally you want to land into a headwind. I mean, it's only, what, 2 knots either way, but we'll go runway 04. That's fine. Long final. Move aircraft. Oh, it's getting dark. We'll just give the plane a minute, or rather give FSiPanel a minute. What runway did I say to go on? Runway 4. Let's put us on ILS 22. I don't know why it's constantly doing the opposite to what I would. It is easily fixed, so never mind. Alright, 3 seconds on the brakes. Let's go. It's an amazing mod music manager, it really is. Evening, Daniel. Oh, this is nice, isn't it? Look at that. Look at that for a view. Evening, Harvey. Alright, currently 43 of you have got the right answer. You'll obviously know your airports. Have I had a look at the MD-11 yet? No, I haven't, only because I haven't had a lot of time really to fly the 777 as much as I would like. Like I say, I kind of got sick with what I think was COVID. I don't know whether it was, but it felt like COVID, and it lasted as long as COVID, and I felt absolutely wrecked afterwards with tiredness, even after the main symptoms had gone away, just like I always did with COVID. So I don't know, I think it was COVID. But all that to say, I haven't really had a lot of chance to fly the 777, because this time of night,
1,000.
a week ago, 2 weeks ago, all I wanted to do was sleep. Just sleep. I'd put the kids to bed and basically put myself to bed at the same time, basically. Right. Anyway, enough about me and my stupid illness. Manual throttles, manual controls. This one's for Thomas. Thanks again for the donation, Thomas. Like, it's phenomenal the way you support the channel. We really do thank you. Okay, nose down, nose down.
500.
This is a really cool time of day to land as well, isn't it?
400.
little bit high there for a moment.
200.
It's gone a little bit to the right as well, doesn't it?
100. 50. 30. 20. 10.
Nice little stutter there from the sim. That wasn't the stream, that was the sim. I felt that too. Bit of a lumpy bumpy runway as well. Nice. Daniel, I'll show you what it's all about. Just let the plane come to a stop. Appreciate we've got some new people that probably joined quite recently, so we'll just do a quick demo. So what it is, it's this here, and what you do, you can select your airport. In fact, the next request was Stockholm, so you type in the code ESSA Stockholm, select your runway. Obviously it tells you whether ILS is available, what the frequency is, glide slope angle, what the wind components currently are. So we'll go for, let's go for 19 right, shall we? Then you can select where you want to start from. I normally go long final, and then click move AC, move aircraft, and then this happens. There we go. And it will configure the plane for a landing. So obviously the study level planes, they take quite a lot of configuring for a landing. More so than like the default Airbus A320. You can't really just use the world map and click on a runway and set as destination and it work really. It's not quite like that. Thomas again with another €10, my goodness. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'd always sit to the left there and watch it flying for hours. Oh, you go there in real life. That's awesome. That is a beautiful place in the world. Right. Let's just make sure we've got, is it 19 right we went for, isn't it? It is.
2,500.
So we're going to let FSiPanel sort the plane out. Any idea why the rudder on my 737-900 is stuck to the right and won't return to neutral? You haven't like done the set the trim off weird, have you? Corey, if you look back through my channel or type in like AirNot 737 Thrustmaster throttles, you'll find it. There's a video where I detail the whole thing. And the same thing works with the 777. Whoa, what's going on here? Why do we have no throttles?
Sync rate. Sync rate. Sync rate.
Oh.
Sync rate.
PNDG, what are you doing? That was a new one. Luckily I'm such an amazing pilot, I recovered. That's what it was. I don't see things like that as a challenge really, it's more a confirmation of my brilliance. Honestly. I'm joking, obviously. Right, can we get the old approach mode on the go? Is it going to do it? Autopilot would help as well, wouldn't it? Oh, was that what it was? I left reversers on. Yeah, I knew that. I was just testing to see if you would realise. Good job, Chris. Passed the test. Right. Now the plane isn't about to fall out of the sky, we can continue with the whatever it is we're doing here.
1,000.
Pigeon, how you doing? Long time no see. This is a very cool place, isn't it, to fly? That's one thing I liked about the Orbex triple pack. Is it the Scandinavian triple pack? It's like some really cool little airports that are just in the most amazing location, but like the default ones, you know, obviously they're not great. Making a meal of this.
100. 50. 30. 20. 10.
Not sure if that was outside of the touchdown zone or not. There wasn't many markers there, was there? I feel like maybe that was okay. I mean, this is just default scenery after all, so I don't know. Never quite trust the default stuff. Is it default? I don't know if it is default, actually. Because that hangar over there looks a little bit bespoke, doesn't it? Let's look at the landing report. That's another thing that FSiPanel does. It will give you a landing report. So if you click this green button here, you can kind of see how you track the glide slope. Obviously this is where our issue happened. You know, we levelled off and then we caught the glide slope back down again. And you got the localizer deviation, so how far you went left or right. You can see here I started snaking a little bit. Maximum rate of descent. Obviously we went a little bit crazy there for a minute, didn't we? But this is generally the stuff I look at over here. So the landing distance, deviation from centre line, touchdown rate of descent, 186, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. And then our bank angle at touchdown, 0.09 degrees, which is, you know, can't argue with that, can you? Very good. Right, Dan, you've been asking for LGAV, haven't you? So let's give LGAV a go. I say we do a couple of landings at LGAV, then we will announce a winner, shall we? If y'all are up for that. I should just keep you here in suspense, keep stringing you along till like midnight. Like, yeah, we'll do it in a minute. We'll do it in a minute. Just one more landing. Right, so we are probably going to want to do, aren't we, 03 right, that's longer and it's got a headwind component, I would guess. Yeah, we'll roll back the time, don't worry, it's all good. Or how about just there? Look at that. Alright, 48 of you have got the right answer. So we will roll the dice. We'll do a couple of landings here. We'll do landing number 1, landing number 2. Then I'll announce the winner. And I imagine most of you will probably clear off. And I understand, it's fine. Any builds A350? Yeah, looks good, doesn't it? It does look flipping good. What's going here? What did I go for? I wanted ILS. I thought we wanted ILS 03 right. I thought. Yeah, we did. So weirdly, I'm having an issue where I keep getting the wrong runway, but you can easily correct it, as you just saw. Alright. Plane is all configured for a landing. Auto throttles are on. Autopilot's on. Approach mode is on. Leper, that's armor. So we'll do a couple here, we'll do the giveaway, then we'll do Palmer, then we'll do, what's that other one someone just said? VABB, whatever that is, not familiar. I feel like I'm getting like a mental model of all the airports kind of that I actually fly to reasonably regularly, like Bristol, Edinburgh, Heathrow, Dublin, German ones, you know, Frankfurt. But once I start straying outside of that, LGAV I can remember just because it's got the word GAV in it, or for some reason that stands out. Oh, Mumbai, nice. Yeah, that's good. That's a good pull. We've got quite a bit of a wind going on here. About 30 knots. Look at that. Well, that wind is changing. Whoa, I can feel that. What is going on with the wind here? Is this known to be a windy airport? Because I feel like I'm having a proper fight here. Now it's getting weaker. 15 knots, 14 knots. That was a proper little wind, that was. That really threw me then for a minute. Keep that nose down. Oh, I've gone way below VREF.
400.
Yikes, that was a mistake. Wasn't paying attention.
300.
Still.
200.
Oh god, really messed this one up.
100.
Yeah, we're going to do this one again,
50.
folks.
30. 20. 10.
If that was on stream, that would have been a go around. But, seeing as we've got FSiPanel, we can just do this, which is the beauty of FSiPanel. It doesn't matter if you mess up, because believe me, even us streamers mess up regularly. Yeah, it does sound different, doesn't it? I think the sounds have changed. Giveaway is not over yet. There's still time to enter. Going to do one more landing. This is going to be the last landing. And we're going to run the giveaway. I'm going to click the button and it's going to randomly select one of you. Geordie, you're just in time, mate. Enter the giveaway. giveaway is going to be over after this landing. Oh, gorgeous gone on here. There we go.
$2,500.
Right, well I'm going to let autopilot do the hard work for a minute, give my legs a rest. I basically had my legs on the rudder pedals for like the last hour. It really hurts. I've got to be honest, Mike, I for a minute thought my audio was a bit quiet, as in the game audio. So that's it's nice to hear. Type into the chat, Geordie, the ICAO code for Heathrow. Instructions are in the pinned comment at the top if you haven't seen it. Then you'll go into the hat. There you go, Geordie, well done. Yeah, good, thanks, Geordie. Not bad. Much better now, anyway. Wasn't so good last week and the week before, but I'm glad we're feeling better. Because that sucked. Alright. Yeah, that wind's changing again. Look at the autopilot. Fighting with it. Okay, my plane. Let's do the last little bit, shall we? Definitely fighting this wind still. 3 reds on the Pappies, which isn't bad.
500.
At least on the sim it's not bad.
400. 300.
God, I'm really fighting this here. This is a tricky one to land at.
200.
I think Dan knew this was going to give me a hard time. Oh,
100.
come on. Down you go, down you go, down you go.
50. 30. 20. 10.
That'll do. Oh. Yeah, that was a bit of a squirrely one, wasn't it? Oh. That kept me busy. That was a really challenging approach. I really felt like I was having to work for that one. Right. Time for the giveaway winner to be announced, I think. So we'll just taxi off here. Quarter to 9, perfect timing. I love that you're all typing it in the chat again. It makes no difference. Once you've entered, you've entered. But good luck to you all. I mean that. And again, thanks to JP, developer of FSiPanel. Get some W's in the chat for JP, because super cool of him to offer to give this away to one of you. Oh, that was a really nice gesture. So even if you don't win, I'm sure we all share our gratitude for JP offering us the free copy. And if you don't win, check it out anyway. I mean, it's really good software. Really, really good software. I couldn't, like I say, I couldn't have gotten anywhere near as good in the Phoenix as I am now, and I still don't consider myself great because I don't fly it as much as I should, but I was really struggling in the Phoenix. Really, really struggling before FSiPanel came along, or rather, I was introduced to it. It'd been around for ages, but I just didn't know about it. Which is why I'm always so keen to show it off, because it's like it was so useful to me. It's, you know, just hope that other people can get the use out of it. Right, I'm going to step away from the mic a minute. I need to go over to my laptop, which is on the other desk, and I need to press a button, which will hopefully give us a winner if the software's worked correctly. Everything points to a good result so far. If you are the lucky winner, you'll need to send me an email and let me know that you're the winner. My email address is in the description of the stream. If you're thinking, I know what I'll do, I'll email him and tell him I'm the winner, even though I wasn't the winner. That won't work, because I'm going to ask the winner to leave a comment, and I'll provide what I want put as the comment. So I'll say, comment on any one of my videos with this, and if the account's matched, then I know it's you. It's like a two-factor kind of step thing. So good luck, everyone. I really do mean that. Thanks again to JP. Really, really do appreciate it. So I'm going to step away now and reveal the winner. If I had a drum roll sound effect now, it'd be a really good time. So just imagine it happening right now. Right, let's give it a go. Matt Hilton has won the giveaway. Matt, well done. I don't know if you're still here, but well done. Well done, Matt. Good job, good job, good job. Congrats, Matt. That's brilliant. Hope you get a lot of use out of the software. I really do. Matt, I don't know if you're here live in the chat now. If you're not, don't worry. You've got 48 hours to email me. Email address is in the description of the stream. RIP my inbox. That's probably going to get spammed to death now. That email address is out there in plain text, but never mind. It's all worth it for you guys. Never mind. That's all good. But yeah, well done, Matt. That's brilliant. I'm really, really pleased for you. And thanks to everyone else for being so gracious in the chat as well. Hope you really enjoy it. It's a cracking bit of software. Absolutely cracking bit of software. Oh, what a good result. I'm so glad that worked. I was stressing out the past hour thinking, my god, if like you're all here entering and like I click in, it doesn't work and I've made some stupid error. It's going to be so bad. But I'm really pleased that worked. Really, really pleased. That's it, I'm unsubscribing. That's that's funny. Unsubscribed, you suck. I've got time for a couple more requests if anyone has one. I know some of you put some up in the chat ages away. Can't honestly remember what they are. But yeah, thanks to JP for making this possible. Really, really cool. Really, really cool. Melbourne, that's what it was. Melbourne. And Nairobi. Although Nairobi, I don't have the scenery, so it'll probably look rubbish. Mike, we're actually at Elgav. We've just done that one. Okay, so... what's Melbourne? YMML, isn't it? That's what it is. And where's best to land? Where's best to land? It's got to be 1.6. It's the longest one, isn't it? Don't worry, Mike, it happens. What time's it going to be in Melbourne now? Please release a parking brake. Oh yeah, my bad. Okay, nighttime. Or early morning. Yeah, 6 in the morning.
$2,500.
Let's do a morning arrival into Melbourne, shall we? I absolutely love my Boeing yoke. Like, absolutely adore it. The thing I like about it the most, and it's something that I couldn't see at the time that any other yoke was doing, and maybe there was one but I didn't see it, is the fact that it kind of sticks out. You can kind of see this bit down here. I don't know if you can see me sort of tapping on it. It's like this bit, so the desk is here. The edge of my desk is just here, and this kind of sticks out all the way to here. And it kind of gives you that pendulum motion, so it recreates how, in the real airliner, you can see like the yoke is actually anchored to the floor, so it kind of recreates that, as opposed to like, you know, like a stick poking out that you kind of get. That feels more like GA style to me, which is fine if that's what you like. Nothing wrong with that at all. But I think for me, given that I fly the airliners, it's yeah, it was the obvious choice for me. Alright, aircraft ready. Shall we just do manual everything from like all the way back here? So I'll do the whole thing. I mean, it is Prime Day. Is there anything going on with Prime? Any deals? I checked earlier. I don't know if any of you saw it. I put up a community post because the Sidestick, the Airbus Sidestick, the throttle units that I've got here and the add-ons are on crazy prices here in the UK. Really, really good prices. There are links in the description that will take you to the products. They are affiliate links though. So if you're offended by that, then I'm sorry. But it is a great way to support the channel at no extra cost to you. And I'll only recommend stuff that I actually would get myself. I kind of feel like a lot of the tech channels on YouTube today, I mean, they're just peddling any old rubbish they can find. It feels like, you know, 50 gadgets under $50 on Amazon Prime. It's like, yeah, and it's all absolutely bloody rubbish. Why would you buy any of that junk? Seriously. So I hope you know that if I do recommend something, I do hand on heart mean it. I mean, you're always going to get people that doubt you, and I understand that. I do understand it. It is a Thrustmaster Boeing yoke, Mike, yes. Alright, I have managed to go high. A little bit of a wind coming at us from the right hand side, but nothing too vicious. Wow, Melbourne looks awesome there in the distance, doesn't it? There are certain times of day and certain... What is going on here? Yeah, there are certain times of day where the sim just looks absolutely flipping amazing.
300.
Oh, below VREF.
200. 100.
Oh, down you go. Oh, I floated this one, haven't I?
30. 20. 10.
I saved that one. That was a recovery there, wasn't it? Blimey. Anyone got the code for Nairobi? Let's see if I can scroll up and find it. There's Nairobi. Someone mentioned it, didn't they? All I can see is EGLL when I scroll up through the chat. That's all I can see, everyone's spamming it. HKJK. Thank you. I guess we'll do... Oh, there's no ILS. Oh, let's do a visual. Yeah, let's do a visual. Why are we at 8,000 feet? Is Nairobi really that high? Oh, okay, fair enough. Didn't know that. Okay, so we're coming into runway 24. Is there anything we can do with regards to a bit of assistance? ILS 06. RNAV 24. Let's go with that. Let's just do it manually, shall we? Let's put the auto throttle back on. It'd be nice to be able to see where we're going. Yeah, there we go. A little bit of a cheat that, I'm well aware. Right, I was not paying attention and I was typing on my laptop. We're way too high here, aren't we? Let's do a little bit of a nosedive and then we'll straighten out. This is, of course, how it would be done in the real world. Yeah, you can see why AnyBuild's made some scenery for this, can't you? This looks a little bit bland, to say the least. Right, we're still running a bit high here, I think. Which is looking alright, but we are still feeling a touch on the high side.
500. 400.
Oh, nose down.
300. 200. 100. 50. 30. 20.
Oh no. That was not good. That was not good. Tell you what, let's do a little bit of a cheat. Let's go runway 06. That way we get an ILS. Giveaway's over, unfortunately, mate. Winner has been selected. There we go. 06 is the only runway they use. Oh, okay. What, not even owing to wind? Or was that just the prevailing wind? Kind of always makes it that. Alright, I'll just give FSiPanel a minute. Something to do with terrain versus performance at high altitude. Oh. There you go. Hold the brakes for 3 seconds. Yes, sir. I didn't realise Nairobi was so high. No worries, George. Nice to see you, mate. Thanks for coming on by. Not sure, George. Probably Thursday. If I put a gun to my head, I'd have to say Thursday. Nice one. I'll hopefully see you then if you're around. Alright, probably about time I took control, isn't it? Okay, my throttles. Feels like we're a bit on the low side here.
200.
Maybe not.
100. 50. 30. 20. 10.
That was real smooth, but below VREF, wasn't it? Got to see the landing report on that. Let's check out the landing report. 213 feet, landing distance satisfactory. Yeah, that was a bit of a floater, wasn't it? A little bit of a floater, but that's alright. That's okay. Oh man, what a cool evening. Thank you all for coming along to tonight's giveaway. I'm really glad it worked out. I really didn't want to let JP down. I didn't want anything to go wrong because, like I say, it's super cool of him to offer to give away this copy of FSiPanel. And yeah, it was really cool of him to do that. And I'm really glad that somebody's now got a copy of it, which is great because it really will. I really do believe it will help your landings. It's helped me no end. It really has. But I think I'm going to wrap this one up here, guys. Thank you all so much indeed for coming. And next live again probably will be Thursday. Certainly won't be tomorrow. Certainly won't be Friday. So Thursday's our best bet, I think, in the evening time. Yes, I will, Chelsea. Thank you very much for that recommendation. I will look into that for sure. Right, folks. I'm going to call it there. Thanks very much indeed. Make sure you go and check out FSiPanel, even if you didn't win. It really is worth it. And thanks again to JP. Been an absolute pleasure to do the stream and yeah, get FSiPanel in the hands of someone that can make good use of it. Thank you all very much indeed. Rich, nice to see you in the stream. Yes, good to see you too. I appreciate my streams have been a bit hit and miss lately, so yeah, it's yeah, that's my bad really. Not been too well the last couple of weeks, which is annoying with the 777 coming out, but what are you going to do? I think probably what we'll do, Dan, is actually we will use the 777 for the next stream, but we'll actually do a full flight in it, because I feel like all we've done really is, on the streams at least, is use FSiPanel. We haven't actually done an end-to-end stream yet. So I figured we'd do a nice long haul flight, Gatwick to Edinburgh. So that's one to look forward to. That I love that flight. I don't care if it's in the 777. I just love that route. It's so cool. Thomas, again, thank you so much for the donations, man. Like really, it's yeah, it's remarkable. So thank you so much indeed. Hope you all have a good night. Take the very best care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.